The director is with us, Noaz Deshe, who is you're from. Are you from Berlin?
No, I live in Berlin. Born in Israel.
Israel, and you have done this movie called White Shadow, which is about a young boy who lives in the African bush, but he is albino.
Yeah, it's in the past 10 years it's become known to us, that in East Africa they've been hunting albinos for luck.
Hunting?
Yeah, human hunting.
Wow.
A body of an albino could be sold for $100,000 in a country that the annual income is around $700. And a lucrative, sinister trade was developed where people with albinism are attacked and in the middle of the night.
How common is albinism?
I can't give you an exact number, but I would say it's between 150 to 170,000 people with albinism in Tanzania.
Really? And
how do they make it to adulthood?
how do they must hide?
It's a very
How
difficult life because it's not just that. Well, I say in most cases it's not a problem. Their main problem is that they can't be in the sun. That they can get cancer from being exposed to the sun for too long, which is, you would find the cancer ward in Dar es Salaam filled with people with albinism.
It doesn't sound lucky at all.
No. It's a very unlucky thing. But
you would find that isolation breeds a lot of creativity, like in any situation.
Really?
Yeah.
So these and this the young boy that you there's the subject of your film, Alias.
Yeah. That's the story that's close to what happened to him. He had to escape a village and move to the big city in order to be safer. And he's in a Muslim boarding school now. And
How did you find him?
The whole story started from going and teaching a short film course in Dar es Salaam, where the German and French Culture Institute invited us. And I read about Dar es Salaam in Tanzania when I was about to go there, and I found out a BBC clip about where Vicky Ntema, a local BBC reporter, caught on tape on a secret camera a witch doctor trying to sell her albino body parts.
Wow.
And it struck me very hard, and I ended up doing a night of research, possessed, until I, in the morning, called my friend. I said, we're going to stay there, we're going to make a movie about this subject. Whoever's good in the course where we teach, we're going to keep with us, train them as our crew, because the crew has to be local. And the whole entire approach was that it should be a local movie that we are kind of helping to manifest. So we would convince the whole village to participate. We would convince the police, the military, the government to participate. So it's opens a lot of doors that way, and it's not a colonial attack on a local place. It's like the local place giving you its own story.
Can you give us an idea of what this kid is like?
You spoke of creativity.
Khamis, that plays Elias in the movie, he was waiting for us. He had a song that he prepared about the entire albino situation. It was very detailed. It was very emotional. And he was convinced that we're coming for something he prepared. He was waiting to make a movie about it. And his mother was ready for signing off the days we need him out of school so we can make the movie, because she thought it's a really important thing, and she also felt like she was waiting for it. It was in the ether that something like this should be made, and somehow, just like...
It's like, I knew you would come?
Yeah. I tell you, when we found him, and it was incredible when we found him, because he was so ready for it, and he had such a high level of concentration and conviction, and he's like, in the entire movie, he's like a closed fist the entire time almost. And
I see that just in the still pictures from the film on the Sundance website.
And when we told him that we're going to make the movie with him, there was a girl in the room, and she said, "Hey, why aren't you smiling? Aren't you happy?" He said, "Well, you don't need to smile if you want to show happiness."
So you made the movie, and he went back to his. Has he gone back to his normal life?
Well, we try to take care of him when we can. We made the movie with very little means. He's in a boarding school, which there he's safe, and whenever it's possible, try to help. But he's in a main city, and in the main city, it's less of a problem. The problem is in the rural areas where the police, the local government, leave the justice system to what they call their own internal justice system, where the villages take care of their own.
They look the other way, kind of.
Well, in Tanzania, they have to take care of themselves. The government can't control the entire population, so they have their own justice system.
It's called White Shadow. You've had a couple of screenings, two screenings.
Two screenings already.
And it's gone well?
I think it's very effective. I've had people come over to me in the street and want to talk about it. The reviews are good.
Such an unusual story. Very unusual.
And yet it could be a story that's 300 years old. It's not the first time in history that we see a person that's different, that's being objectified, and superstitions are put on them and create some sort of bizarre market. And in a way, the level of detachment we have from it allows us to participate as an audience.
There are a couple of screenings left that people can see. There's one today, Sunday at noon, at the Broadway in Salt Lake. There's one on the 23rd at Library Center Theater in Park City, and one on the 24th at the Holiday Village Cinema in Park City.
White Shadow, the director, Noaz Deshe, thanks a lot. And
thank you very much.
And congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Thank